Yeah.
Let's get it.
Yo, what's the deal? What's the deal, everybody? Everybody, what's the deal? We're gonna let some music play for a second while y'all get up in
Shawty
here.
giving Esther, but she fed up. Searching for a king to hold it
We're gonna get it in a second. We got
down.
a
They can
lot,
never
a
take what's
lot to
yours.
cover,
It's
man.
already written, baby
There's
girl,
so
don't
much going
trip.
on.
You already know what it is. Don't rush,
It's a
just be
brand new year.
still.
You know, Happy New
Gotta
Year's
give
to
it to you when
everybody.
it fits.
It's my
Yeah,
first
yeah.
time on for the new year.
Yep.
Never feed into the lies. You know your heart desires. Shorty giving that stuff, but she fed up. Yeah. Shorty giving that stuff. Shorty giving that stuff. Shorty giving that stuff, but she fed up. Searching for a king to hold it down. All this time you been waiting your turn. They can never take what's yours. It's already written, baby girl, don't trip. You already know it. Don't rush, just be still. Gotta give it to you when it fits. Shawty give it Esther. Don't you let them down days fester. Don't you let your friends peer pressure. When it's their time, tell them bless up. Cause when it's yours, floodgates from heaven. I know, telling you it's coming. It's like preaching to the reverend. But somebody had to tell you. Sit back and let it settle. God pulling strings like Geppetto. Don't put your faith in no fellow. They poking at you with their nose when they tell you it ain't in your cards, but God aligning the stars. You deserve a lot like a line of cars. Everything you want already yours. If you believe it, that's the hardest part of receiving. It's your season. Only if you mean it. Shawty giving us stuff, but she fed up. Searching for a king to hold it down. All this time you been waiting your turn. They can never take what's yours. It's already written, baby girl, don't trip. You already know what it is. Don't rush, just be still. Gotta give it to you when it fits.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. This is the Raw and Real. This is They Wild and Wednesdays with me, Danny P, and my boy Corn. He gonna introduce himself.
Well, I mean, you did a good job. It's your boy
Oh, we
Corn.
can't
You
hear
know
you,
what I'm
dog.
saying? Oh, you can't hear me? Hold on.
You got yourself on mute.
Uh,
While he's getting ready,
maybe.
look, we got a lot of social media to unpack. What we do
Still can't.
here on this show on Wednesdays, we unpack our social media posts that we see. We always see posts and reels and things like that. Um, and we just unpack them, man, and see and give our responses to us, especially our male perspectives, right? And us, me and Corn both being married, uh, we like to give our perspective on things, and we want this space to be a space where you can give your reaction. What's up, Corn? You back on?
I don't know. You tell me.
I cannot hear you, my dog.
I don't know why. You just did.
I can't hear you.
Mm, I'm gonna leave.
He got to get ready though. So I'm not even gonna get into it until he hop back on. But there's one post that I have, which is the Gabrielle Union post. I'm going to unpack that. I'm gonna give you the raw and the real. The raw, and what the raw means is a person's raw emotions and feelings about things, right? Um, us as men and humans, right? We just have raw emotions and feelings about things, and that's what the raw is, right? What we truly feel in that moment, whether it's anger, whether it's jealousy, whatever it is, that's what the raw is, right? And the real is the truth, the Bible, right? Which we believe in, and that's what we live by. And so that's what the real is. So you always gonna get the raw. The raw is gonna be very funky, but you always gonna get the real, the truth. Corn, you on?
I think so. I think so. Can you hear me?
No, you not working to get
I don't
still,
get it,
dog.
G. I don't get it. It's the live
Unplug it. Just use
studio.
the regular computer mic.
All right,
Unplug
let's.
your headset. Yeah, unmute yourself. Go ahead.
You can hear me now?
Nope, can't hear you, dog.
I don't know, bro.
Figure it out. Figure it out. So, like I said, the raw is just your raw emotions. The real is the truth. What's up? What's up? Oh, you can hear him? Oh, Jesus. Hold on. Then is it just me? Oh,
burn.
you know what? Ah, you know what? That was my fault. Oh, that's my fault. Let me get him back on. Uh, all right. He about to hop back on. My bad, Keisha. Dang, that was my fault. My bad, y'all. My co-host, I couldn't hear him, but that's because I put my return speaker on mute, and so I couldn't hear anything that man was saying, and I thought he had a flaw. Yep. So, I'm waiting for him to join back in. Here you go. My bad. That was my fault, Corn. That
All
was
right.
my fault.
Can you hear
Yeah.
me now?
Yeah, it wasn't
All
you, it was
right.
me. I didn't have my return speaker back on so I can hear it on my headset.
Oh, okay, because I'm looking like the thing keeps saying like it's moving, it's going.
Yeah, yeah,
All right.
my bad.
Oh, we
So
back in
hey,
action.
yeah, my bad. So let me just start the intro over so we can when we edit it, it goes right. So hey everybody, welcome to the Raw and the Real. This is Day Wild and Wednesdays when we go over crazy social media posts that we see, give you the raw male perspective, and you also gonna get a little bit of real. My name is Danny P, and this is my co-host.
This is Cornelius, aka Corn. About to go ahead, keep it funky.
Hey, and you know he always keep it focused. He do not care, so he's crazy. That's why I got him on here. So,
Yeah,
uh,
not a
anyway,
fuck to give.
at all. So, first thing I want to talk about is, you know what, man? How was your New Year, dog? What you
Oh
do for
yeah,
New Year's
yeah. Happy
Eve?
New Year's, everybody. You know what I'm saying? My New Year's Eve was real nice and simple. Uh, my boys they were at their grandparents, so I
Mm-hmm.
was able to celebrate with my wife. We decided not to go out or do anything, in the
Oh, dope.
city. We just chilled. We just ate some good food. Did the
Yeah,
champagne thing, at 12, and did the kiss and all of that.
yeah,
And yeah, just had a good chill night and enjoy each other's company and got some good ass sleep. So, that
yeah.
was always useful.
Yeah.
Can't get tired.
So
What about
yeah.
you, my G?
Dog, I had the same type of deal, man. We just my boy turned one of my neos turned 30 and his
Mm,
fiance did a surprise 30th birthday party
mm,
on New Year's Eve. And we didn't go to Grand Rapids for Christmas. We usually go for Christmas. It's like big
mm-hmm,
holiday thing because of the snowstorm. So we said we was going that next week. So it happened to be like this fall together. So I got a hotel room for me and my wife. We dropped the kids off, did Christmas real fast, went to the hotel
mm-hmm.
room, got dressed, nice and spiffy, like, and went out, man. And that was it was just wonderful just to spend that time with my wife.
That's
Like you
good,
said,
man.
man, this and it made me realize like I want to go out on dates more. And I really just treated it like a date. I like made sure I was like even when she cuts my hair, does my hair, I said, listen, if I was going out on a date right now, this is what I would tell you. So I need you to get this right. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not
So
mad at that. I'm not
so
mad at that.
so I try to put my best foot forward, even asking, we got to talking about stuff and I found out stuff that she didn't quite tell me about her upbringing, and it was good, man. It was wonderful, dog. So
It's
we
always
making
nice to
that.
still learn something about the other.
Yeah, always, always. So, uh, with that, man, I hope everybody else had a good New Year's. We about to go crazy tonight. So, the first thing I just want to unpack is this Gabrielle Union thing. Did you hear
Oh
about the
yeah,
dog?
I heard about it. I ain't watched the clip or anything, but I read what it said. So
So Gabrielle Union went out and she said she felt like she cheated on her previous in her previous relationship because she was paying the bills, bro.
Hmm.
What what do you think about that?
I think that is, well, one, I want to understand the contents of how that question was brought up, and why she answered it so boldly. Um, but in totality, the answer on that is, like I said, that's pretty bold. Like that's like, damn, you ain't gotta put it out there like that. For one, period. Two, I mean, even if it is well known that you cheated and all of that stuff, don't say it just because you thought that nigga was just beneath you. So you add all of this, so it's like you can do whatever you want. Like that, if some dude says some shit like that, y'all call him misogynist, or he hate women or some shit like that, because he feels as though he is in a position of power, he can take advantage of women. That's so sexist, yada 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 yada. So I mean,
Yeah.
regardless, I don't think it's a good play for a man or a woman to do that shit. But I'm just
Hmm.
saying, this is a shoe on the other foot type of situation. So I want to outroar, and I want to see some cancel cultures out here, because yeah.
Hey, so, eh, but this is a real topic, bro. This stuff happens, right? So people in a mind think that if they pay the bills or they do something, it doesn't even matter. Let's just take the bills out of it. Let's
Hmm.
just say I work all the time, or let's just say uh I clean up all the time. They feel like they're deserving to do anything else. Like they should feel like, because I do this, I can do this,
Hmm.
right? And I don't think, I just think that's just totally flawed, bro. That's just totally a flawed mind frame. Just like I know, we have conversations all the time. Most of the people that we operate with, we have people that are successful.
Hmm.
And a lot of times this is on our mind frame, like because of what we do and how we do it. Uh, I remember having conversations of being like, dog, I'm doing this, and that, and she not doing this, and that. And my mind frame was like that. And it's not just Gabrielle Union, but it's like, to me, it's a lot of people that's thinking this way, you know.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
I just know I would the frustration that came from me thinking in that way was because I was doing something. I had an expectation of my spouse, which made it more frustrating for me inside of that relationship. And it made it easier for me to feel righteous to do something that was wrong. And
Understood.
I just being straight up. You know what I'm saying? And so uh I don't think that's right, dog. I think it's totally wrong because it's not real love.
Hmm.
We talk about just the pure unconditional love, right? Of people. That's not real love, man. It's not real love. You didn't love that person if you're if you consciously do that knowingly, and repeatedly does do that, that's not love, dog. So that's
They're
just my
also
thoughts on
they're also
Gabrielle Union.
they're also divorced. So I mean, that's pretty obvious that wasn't love.
Right, right. But I know for a fact, and I know, dog, this stuff happens all the time, right? The stuff happens all the time, and people think in this manner, and they just need to get a different thought process of love. That's just how I think. And no, right?
Hmm.
um there's no way, and I tell people this all the time, there's no way you can get to true love without uh having a relationship with God, because he shows you the greatest example of love and sacrifice and selflessness, um and how to operate in love, right? And it, I watched The Passion of Christ, And at the end, when he's on the cross and he's like, "Forgive them, Father, because they know not what they do." Right? And that's just they're beating me, shaming me, doing all types of things to me, and I'm able to still love on them and forgive them and ask mercy for them. That to me is love, right? Um, Anything else other than that is bogus. That's how I feel. But that's it, dog. What, you got something else to rebut or think?
Nah, I think that pretty much covered that shit. So
All right. So I got another post that has something to do with uh divorce. So I like to get your thoughts on this. So I'm gonna let this play.
80% of the time, and if they're college educated it's 90. So if you get divorced, it's 80% of the time like the woman leaves, and one of the number one predictors of divorce is actually if the woman out earns the man.
Oh, I love that. I actually love that. I can't lie. I actually
You love that? You don't think that's kind of shitty?
No, I'm like, girl, you go get that.
They're breaking up a family and a lifelong commitment in a home, and your reaction is you go like go get the bag, sis, or like I'm so happy for you. That's a sad situation.
What's your thoughts, dog? What's your thoughts?
the I guess the MC, I appreciated her position on everything. Like, yeah, her response was sad. Like, that's fucked up. Like, but off that statistic she gave, that's extremely interesting statistic. Um, Never had anything of that magnitude come to mind. So I guess I don't have a proper response to that just yet. I think that's wild as fuck. So it's just like after so so what I'm taking away from that is women get into the position to where in which they just feel like, yeah, I need a new toy, and then yeah, this wasn't enough. I'm gonna move on. Bye. That's what I heard off of that statistic. If you get in here and you make that bag, and then you're gonna leave that nigga because you make that bag. I'm like,
If
whoa,
you got a
that's
bachelor's
crazy.
degree, if you make more money than him, then it's like 90% of divorces is from this, right? From these type of women, right? It's not saying it's from this, like this, it's just action. But
You know what? I
the
take
more
that
a
back.
woman, a more a woman gets in her bag, the bigger the divorce rate. That's the crazy part
Well, so
that these
now,
basically
now
state.
I, I,
It
I take that back. I just that
yeah.
marinated on that real quick. So my reaction after thinking about that is that makes a lot of fucking sense actually, because typically, in the relationships, just with my experience in modern day people, women get to a point to where in which they can let their guard down and be dependent on the men to handle, you know, certain type of things to accommodate a certain type of lifestyle and stuff of that magnitude. So, if you're an unhappy wife that doesn't have the ability to support and maintain a lifestyle that you have became accustomed to, you don't have the means to make that happen within a you know timely enough fashion to keep you satisfied. It don't make sense for you to leave. I can deal with this bullshit, and I'm gonna still get what I'm used to, and maybe I can make it change. But if
What
you got that money, you're like, hey nigga, fuck you. I can go be bad by my damn self. I don't need this.
so so is that if we're speaking on love, is that loving that person? If you're deciding to leave, the
Obviously
more
not.
they get okay. So is it right or wrong, bro? Like, is it okay? Like, is it okay? Women are deciding to leave men and not focusing on this marriage the more they get into their bag. The feminist movement essentially is killing marriage.
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh
I,
no, I'm going that far.
I
Listen.
didn't read that off of that. I would say that it's again back to kick the can a little bit more. I
Yep.
just think that it's a luxury that women in their bag have, that women that are not so in their bag do not have, because you can't support yourself and probably have sole custody of your kids, or split custody, and you can't afford to put yourself in a position to take care of them. So now you're gonna lose your kids.
Is that okay though, bro? Is that okay to leave them whether you, let's say you got your money or not? Is it okay, bro?
I mean, I don't believe that people. I don't like divorces in its entirety. I think whatever it is, 90. I say about 85% of the time, shit can get worked out. A lot of communication, open mindset, and sacrifice, because the marriage is a is at the end of the day, real talk, is a business arrangement, right? And you gotta make sure that you're able to satisfy the needs and wants, and the things that your partner wants. So it's I lost my train of thought that quick.
Well, eh, well, Kyle says that the feminist movement is a part of the root cause of the high divorce rates. It's not the sole cause though, but it's part of the root cause. And I want to add, because when she shared the divorce rates, the girl was like, "Oh, you go, girl! Like it's okay."
Yeah, no,
I
that
can't.
mindset is pretty fucked up. I ain't like
And
that.
so, but this is the mind state of modern women, though.
Yeah.
That it's like every woman is not getting abused. Okay, every woman is not getting. Some women are the bruisers, right? And I don't, when we talk about divorce and women divorcing, they be like, well, men doing this, men doing that, and that's not true. That's not true. In some cases, it's just it can be worked out, and really, I feel like we are getting our expectations from the wrong place. We are deciding to listen to love and hip hop and watch all these shows and movies and Disney movies and thinking this is love. We think love is like this ultimate joyful feeling. Like no, receiving unconditional love is a good feeling.
Hmm.
But unconditional love within itself is a action. This is something that you decide to do, that's selfless, and it's not it's not too much of a feeling though. This is something that you wake up and you decide to love your spouse.
Hmm.
You decide to be faithful. You decide to work through the issues. This is a decision, an action that has to be made. And people are just going along and to be like, oh, because he's not doing this and this person is doing this, or he's not doing that, or she's not doing that, they're leaving.
Yeah.
But majority of it's women. 90% of it's 80% of divorces is coming from women. But it's wrong, bro. That's how I feel. I'm just gonna be flat out, dog. I don't got time to play in 2023, dog. I'm just gonna be. I was playing nice in 2022, but I'm not about to be. I'm not going to be playing nice with the BS, dog. You
I hear you.
wrong. Women are wrong when they do it. Men are wrong when they do it. Right? Divorce shouldn't be an easy option for you,
Nah.
because the option, if you really love that person, the option is choosing to love them through the issue. That's the option.
Yeah.
That's the option. But if you have a source, if you have a true source that's rooted in unconditional love, it will be easier for you. but that source is God. You can't get. Listen, you can try. Go ahead and try. I did. I'm telling you, I did. I tried it, bro. I'm just being real with you, nigga. I tried. I tried to do it my way off of what I thought and my expectations, and it was the most frustrating thing in my life, bro. It was
Mm-hmm.
the most frustrating thing in my life because I had expectations from this woman, and when those expectations wasn't met, I was, nigga, I was heated. You know what I'm saying? I was
Yeah, yeah.
frustrated, and so until I decided to look at a different source and really love on her the way God tells me to love on her,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have peace, bro. I had peace at that moment because everything she did from that point on was able to be forgiven.
That makes sense. I
You
hear
get
you.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything she did was just part of her journey. And so I didn't look at her like she wasn't meeting my expectations. I was looking at her like I just had to love on her more. I just have to show her this love that God showed me, this grace and mercy that God gave me. I had to give it to her through this pain. It's hard. It's not easy now because she's still snapping and cussing at you. You like, who are you talking to? You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
get like that.
But once you have a source, bro, it's easy, dog. I'm telling you, it ain't. I'm telling you, it's less stressful. But that's just my thoughts, dog. That's just my thoughts on it. I think it's wrong. Women should not be divorcing men at that heart large of a rate, dog. And that's just how I feel. And men too. Men are at fault. They're not loving their wives properly. Because we have our different expectations. We think we could just protect and provide, and that's it, dog. You know what I'm saying?
It's a culture. Yeah, it's a generational thing. You know, it's a mixture of the generational and cultural thing. It's just how society is right now. Just where we at, everybody. Um, they don't have the ability to stick shit out. They're all about instant gratification, and you're taught earlier at a young age to not necessarily always have to stick with something. You can always try something else if this doesn't work. So
Right.
no real commitment to seeing something through.
Participation trophies.
Yeah,
You don't have
all
to
that
work
shit.
at it. You can just get a
Yeah,
participation trophy.
yeah. So things are supposed to be easy. If they're not easy, then I don't want it. So, and that's what always happens. But yeah, that's my opinion on that piece too.
Yeah. Well, that to me was just crazy. But what you just said just reminded me of this participation trophy. Uh, and I mean, I think it's just creating a a narrative that you don't have to work that hard to be successful at something. And this includes
Yeah.
relationships. I talked to a mother the other day, and she said, well, his daddy got him doing this, and that. He wants to just play football. I said, well, playing football, you have to have different skill sets, right? And so you just can't play football. You got to learn different skills and
Hmm.
and be a leader. She's like, well, why does he have him doing so much? I'm like, listen, you got to understand, he's building a man. He's not building a just a football player. He's building a man. So you want your son to be a great husband, right? She's like, yeah. You want him to be a great father, right? Or you want him to be able to protect and provide the home. These are 5 different facets. You want him to be a godly man. It's like these are 5 different things that he's going to have to work at once.
Hmm.
So in order to be able to do that, you have to prepare him now in his childhood. I remember reading the Great Alexander when Isaiah was born, and he just didn't become a leader, bro. It was birthed in him, and it was trained in him since he was young.
Hmm.
And what you think we have to do? You know what I'm saying? To build,
All right, boys.
yeah, same thing, bro. Same thing. There's no difference. There's no difference, dog. People are just, I don't know, man. They just, I, I don't know. They just thinking everything is easy, and it's not. You know, Cal says good points. All right, next video, dog. You good with that one? Or are you
Nah, that one hit the nail on the head.
All right, next one, dog. Next one.
There's somebody getting a relationship and they're in a relationship with somebody that has 8 out of the 10 greatest things that they need, most important things they need in a relationship. And when something's a little off, a person comes by with only 2, but it's the 2 that person is missing.
Didn't have, yeah.
They look amazing to them. Why?
Honeymoon phase.
2 out of 10. It's 8 out of 10. Common sense. But instead, they'll fuck around and fuck up and leave with the 2 out of 10 and realize afterwards, and then want to try to come back to the 8 out of 10.
I just say, do really good math, and you just put 2 and 8 together, and you get a 10. So,
Corey, what are you saying, dog? Do both of them?
just saying, you put the 2 and the 8 together, you got a 10. Like, I mean, the world can be so simple.
This nigga's stupid, dog. No, you shouldn't just say that.
And that'll probably do population control too.
Population control.
Shit, y'all ain't about to have 13
Oh
kids.
no,
in
this
the
fool.
house.
Hey, Corey is a fool. Dog. Great math. Look, you got Kyle. Look at that great math.
Shit makes sense to me.
Hey, look, Corey, dog, you be killing me, dog. Said it makes sense. But hey, I mean,
Tell me why it's not logical. I'm here. I'm all ears. I mean,
It's
the
not.
philosophy is not that adaptable in modern, modern people eyes and all of that. But
yeah, I mean, the philosophy is mappable in common people eyes. Today, the world is polygamy, right? There's no real commitment to a relationship today. So this is perfect for them. This is perfect. Hey, look, we got somebody that got 8 out of 10 and somebody got 2 out of 10. Let's just combine the two and get 10 out of 10. Let me get what I want out of this motherfucker.
make the motherfuckers do a fusion dance like Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, what you call them? The Jordan fusions? The
No,
Jordan fusion, the Air Force One with the Jordan.
Oh,
You
yeah.
remember back in the day they had the
Hey,
Jordan fusion. That's what you
ain't bad,
saying.
though.
Hey,
Ain't bad.
listen,
That's a nice, nice
but
kid.
it sounds good. It sounds good, but let me ask you this, dog.
Yes, the answer is yes, motherfucker.
What?
I don't know. Keep going.
What? No. Say what you gotta say. The
I
answer
don't
is yes,
know.
but what?
Yes to whatever you about to say. You about to say something? I'm gonna answer it ignorantly because yes, I probably feel that way.
So let me say this. I can see how it makes you feel good. Hey, Adam, where? Oh, Jesus Christ, y'all are killing me. But no, I can't keep my mind together. But I can see how it makes. I can tell you this, just personally, nigga. I'm just gonna talk about me. I
All right.
I can see where it makes sense,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
But at some point, somebody's gonna be unhappy. If you got the person that's 8 out of 10, and then you got the person that's 2 out of 10, and you combining the two to make this Air Force fusion,
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
how is that sustainable? How is that sustainable? Is it not
can't give
scary?
you, I can't
Is
give
it?
you an answer because I don't know what people situations is. I mean, if you can ask me something that would be more specific to something that I can come up with a resolution to the issue.
I'm saying what I'm saying is
I know what you're saying. Like
as
having
a man,
okay.
as a as a man is that what Kyle says that's a short-term look.
I don't know, man. I think it has a whole lot of long term benefits just as much as short term does.
Well, it could be long-term, but you gotta the number two gotta be in rotation though. You I ain't never seen it to where it's sustainable for years.
I mean,
Unless she's a pop in and out person.
I mean, like I
I
said, everybody's
like
situation could be different, bro.
nah. If it's sustainable, I can't see it being that person is and you not catch feelings, you realize that the 8 is your queen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the 2 is the 2.
Mm-hmm.
And you not catch feelings, like, and she's there the whole time. No, that's that. Listen, I always had to get rid of mine. I ain't gonna lie to you. They had to go.
Mm-hmm.
At a certain point, when I was dating Sarah, and they necessarily wasn't 2 type of women. They was, they had 8. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They had it was just different. But
Apples and oranges.
yeah, it was just different. But that I knew that my queen, who I wanted my queen to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't it wasn't sustainable for me to keep the 2 around because I was going to leave. I was about to be out because the 2 feel good all the time because she don't get the bad parts of me. You know what I'm saying? She didn't go through the nuts and bolts of the situation. She didn't go through Danny being broke. She saw Danny in his glory days. You know what I'm saying? She didn't see Danny without a car and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm dealing with the 2, I know I gotta let her go. You know what I'm saying? I find it hard to be sustainable with the 2 and not catch feelings. When I felt like I was about to catch feelings, I always let them go. I ain't gonna lie to you. They had to go. Do I feel like that was right? Yeah, at the time, nigga, no. You know what I'm saying? But I knew what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? And I just feel like, to me, it's hard to focus on loving one person. And if you got, let's just say polygamy, it's definitely going to be hard for you loving on 2 people. And so I just don't agree with the statement, get both, because you're not giving the 8 out of 10 what they need if you messing around with the 2 to add up the 10. So let's just say this. If that's okay, then what if your woman feels like you are 8? Or let's just say it's 7. Or
Why
5.
the fuck I gotta be a 7?
Hey, listen, nigga, let's just keep it real, my nigga. Look. The way I be getting treated, shit, I feel like a 2, nigga. So I ain't gonna, I'm just gonna be real. The way I be getting treated, I be feeling like a 2. So I feel like she can go get 4 or 5 of them to equal up to a 10. So what if your woman do that? How you feel about that? Is that okay?
Again, everybody relationship situations be
Nigga,
different. So
I'm asking you, is that okay?
I ain't do all that type of math, nigga. That ain't what we're
No,
talking
we
about.
we is doing math. I'm asking you. We is doing math right now. If your woman feels like you a 3 and she needs a 10,
Mm-hmm.
she feels in her heart and soul that she needs a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay to go add up her equation and get her 10 that she wants?
Well, what she can do. And we figure out how to make 2 equals, to the power of, because it's way more ways.
Yes or no? Is it okay, my nigga?
I mean, it's not
Yes or no?
it's nah.
No, it's not okay. It's a no for you.
It's a no for me, sir.
Okay. So with that being said, that's not an option.
Why not?
That well, because it's not okay for her.
That don't mean it don't have to be an option. Just because what's good for your geese don't mean it's good for the gander.
Bruh, you can't like you can't apply dog. You literally are telling me that you can go out and equal up your 10, but she can't. No, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Crazier things has happened all the time in
Let me
society.
ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Let me answer you this.
If uh I cheated on my woman, okay? She took me back 50 million times. You think that it's okay if she cheats on me that I leave?
Nah.
Okay. So so it it's a thought process that you should show the same grace and mercy and forgiveness that your spouse have shown you.
No, I agree. Now,
Okay.
don't get it twisted. I ain't gonna say now that'll be the reason our relationship is no longer working or anything of that magnitude. Um, I
It's like
just,
having a
I don't,
quit.
promote it and be like, yeah, you go do you, girl, like the first bitch. You know what I'm saying? I ain't her. But if it can make, I'm just at the end of the day, like it's a numbers thing, bro. And just because if you can go ahead and make the shit work, and you can have people that are cool with the situation, that are cool with it, let that shit work. You got some people that are not cool with the situation and shit don't work. Let that shit be what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't matter. Like at the end of the day, uh, my thing about marriage and people's relationship is you just need to have two base things. You do need to genuinely have love for a person, but it's very hard to define in my eyes what a love would be for any in particular person because everybody is different. You also need to have a loyalty to that person. If you have those two things, I believe you'll be able to have success in any relationship because if you're loyal to somebody, um, you can understand their faults and you won't jump ship just because something looks nice over somewhere else. And if you love somebody, you're willing to help them overcome any issues and
Oh, see,
challenges that you have
okay,
in place.
corn.
So it's a lot of different factors that can be put in place. So these type of things are just not definable by me, but I'm not opposed to having conversations about shit like that because you never know what could work out for people.
So this is my listen. Love is definable, right? People use
I
this.
disagree.
Oh, well, you might disagree, but people use this Bible verse all the time,
Okay,
but they skip over the actions of it, and that's First Corinthians 13,
hit
right?
me.
Huh?
Say hit me.
I'm not about to hit it because everybody knows it. Like love is patient, love is kind, love doesn't. If you like love, never be jealous. Like love is selfless. Like everybody knows this. So these attributes or principles are a common thing of love. Okay. Now, the way that your particular person needs to be loved, that is not definable just by a common sense. That's where
It's
to
not
me,
generalized. Yeah.
yeah, it's not generalized. That's where to me you have to have a relationship with God so he can help guide you on what that is. That's how I feel, right?
Hmm.
So to to me, Corn, you can it's a general thing that has to happen, and that's having loyalty and obedience to God, and He would guide you on the way to love the person that you're trying to love, right?
Hmm.
That's the common thing to me, right? That is the way. You said this when you say it's not a particular way, that is the way to me. Now, people can figure it out any other way, but I can tell you just personally, nigga, it was hard. I was trying to figure it out any
I,
other
I, I,
way.
I want to say this: does hard make anything impossible?
No, no, but hard. The way you do hard makes it seems impossible. You know what I'm saying?
But nothing
The-
really worth having is easy to come by. You know the saying. I know I butchered that
yeah,
shit, but you know.
yeah, yeah.
So,
Uh, I want to talk about Cal's statement real fast. I
let's
don't.
see.
I agree with you. I agree with that statement. Cal says it's like having a queen and a rook. You have to sacrifice one. The choice is usually easy.
It depends on the position of the board. You know,
Hold on one
well, he's
second.
talking about chess. I mean,
He's
like
talking about chess, but he's talking about your queen, which is
I know what he's
like
talking
your.
about, but you know
Okay,
how literal
so
I am.
I'm taking it. I'm taking it. It depends on the board. The board is marriage. The board is marriage.
Most
Let's just
people
say
can
that's the
be in
board.
all different
If you
positions.
if it, no, we gonna say the board is marriage, and so
That's
that's
cool.
not a different position. Let's just say if it was dating, then I would you know we could play this how we want to me. But if it's marriage, there's only one way to play it. I'm going to sacrifice one, and it's not going to be my queen. That's just how I feel.
I hear what you're saying, but just for me being me, in the
Uh huh.
way I'm listening to and breaking down that analogy. If I'm playing chess and I'm about to win, and my rook is in position to fucking checkmate, sometimes that queen gets sacrificed for the betterment of the king, and that's exactly how that game is played. So
Oh, that was
when you
deep. That
tell
was deep.
me the game,
That was deep core.
it's like
That was deep.
that's what it is. I understand that where he was trying to go with that when he's saying, you know, you got something that's up here and you got something that's, you know, not as valuable. Like how you supposed to want something that's not as valuable when you know
Ooh,
you
that
got
was
gold in
deep.
your hand. But I mean, in that aspect, like nigga, it really depends on what the board looks like, bro. If I'm about to
Yeah,
win,
yeah,
I'm
I got you.
sorry. Like I'll let you next
Listen.
game.
Oh no, no, that was crazy though. I would say that analogy was crazy. You did, hey, that was nuts. He said it's for the betterment of the king. I need to sacrifice the queen because if if I don't sacrifice her, I'm gonna be in checkmate. Oh, mm. Oh, yeah. Nah. I just I just can't listen. If the board is marriage, if the
Yeah, like any
chessboard,
game.
yeah, if the board is marriage, I can't see me sacrificing my queen.
Well,
Um
I understand the analogy, but I don't see how that actually works if you're playing a game of chess. Like, nigga, the
it,
game is to beat your
life is chess, right?
so
But
marriage can't be the game of chess. Like life
it
can be
is.
the game of
The
chess.
marriage is the game of chess.
Then who you playing against? You playing against your partner or you playing
No.
against the world?
You are the king and your wife is the queen.
Like, okay,
Let's
okay,
just say
okay.
that. Let's
Well,
just
the
say
game
that.
is over when the king is gone. The game keeps going if the queen is there.
It-
So
I understand. I
that's
understand that
the way to
the
do
game
it.
is over when what king is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if the king decides to leave or sacrifice the queen, he can still play the game.
Mm-hmm. And he can also do this. He can get one of his little pawns, because yeah, that's the actual piece. We can call them whatever
Yeah,
they actually is, and get him in
yeah.
position. You know, take him down this long journey to the other side, and boom, that bitch is a queen now. That's crazy. Like you know, with enough time and effort and dedication to your pawns, the king is very powerful to make any piece and on his board is as powerful as it needs to be.
Well, the
Like
king doesn't make them that way. The board, the game makes them that way.
the game is and that's the thing. All of that shit happens because the king is in play. The game is over once the king is gone. The king makes that shit happen. Without the king, none of that shit happens. Tell me I'm wrong.
That's a wild. Hey, no, hey, listen. When we talk about the game of chess, that you're not wrong. You're not wrong. The board
Now,
to
if
me
we're
is
talking about just the
marriage.
marriage piece, yes,
Yes.
all of that stuff goes backwards.
He said he's awesome, Danny. Where you find him? Kyle is going. No, don't like anything. Corn is a fool. Okay, don't like anything Corn is saying.
You know what the Bible say? Smart man doesn't argue with fools, and you be arguing with me, so I can't be one because I know you a smart guy. Like that. See, I've been picking up some shit.
No, don't be picking up. Don't be using Don't be using partial scriptures on me, dog. He want to choose what he good at. Hey, dog, you wild boy. Hey, I mean, hey, Kyle, that's why I got him, dog, because he's just funny, dog. Hey, look, he a wild boy, as you can see. He ready to sacrifice it all and take the pawn all the way to the other side where he could just save the queen if he got rid of the rook. And he's like, no, forget that queen. You can go get her if you want. I'm going to take this pawn all the way across the other board. This is thinking crazy.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you up.
No, let's just stop. No, I got an analogy for you. Just came to my mind.
Go for it.
This is like to me, Corn. This is like to me saying, hey, I got this whole board right now, and come get my queen, come get my wife, because she tripping. She in the way. She doing all types of crazy stuff. Come get my wife. All right. Now she's already a queen. Now I got to go take this pawn, go out on this board again in life, and take this pawn that can only move one space at a time after the first move, and try to get them to go across this board to make another queen. I'm 38 years old. You think I'm about to, bruh? No, I'm not about to play.
And
I'm not
only in the sole purpose of the analogy of the game of chess. It only makes sense if you're in a better position. Like, bro, if
the pawn was already on the other side, then yeah, sacrifice the queen. But most pawns are
because
only
it makes easier sense to do it like that. Yeah, I mean, but again, nothing. If just because it's hard, don't make that shit not right. Just because it's hard, don't make shit like
bro.
Not
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, but dog, come on, man.
Are you just saying it's inconvenient? That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to win, nigga. And you saying like, look, no, fuck that. I'm on my queen regardless. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, nigga. We playing chess. I'm trying to win. We don't play chess to tie.
And you think the pawn is gonna make you win? Come on, man. Nobody's winning. If the other opponent sucks, and I'm gonna tell you this. If the other opponent sucks, then yes. But the other opponent is the devil. He trying to make you think that this other side, if you get this pawn to the other side, I played chess competitively in middle school. So you ain't about to get on no other side playing with me. You get what I'm saying? And I don't got all the answers, but you're not about to get to the other side. That's gonna be the hardest route ever. You already got planted a queen. You have a queen with you, your wife. She's an 8 out of 10. She ain't perfect. She don't got all the moves, but the
queen does have literally all
the moves. This is what I'm telling you. But this man, right? So yeah, exactly. The knight move, she don't like. So she's an 8 out of 10. But you gonna take that and put that into sacrifice for the pawn?
Yeah, she doesn't have the power of the pawn either to become a different piece. So, yeah, she is.
But does she need to? Does she need to do her job?
I mean, shit depends on how the board look, nigga. I'm not gonna change my
Nah,
answer, dog. If we
nigga.
talking about
Okay,
chess,
okay. Hey, listen,
let's
listen.
find something else like the actual game of life, the game. Like that's different. Yeah, I need a
Nah,
mom
bro.
there. Need to
Nah,
like
you nah.
be here
Stop.
supporting,
No,
spin that thing. We
no.
get more points, less
I'm
taxes,
gonna
all
let
that
you
shit.
have
Yeah,
it.
let's
I'm gonna
do it.
let you have it, Corn. I'm gonna let you have
Yeah,
it,
but
dog.
chess, nigga, is we gonna
I'm gonna say
mano a
this. I'm gonna say this. I don't think take chess out of it. I don't think the 8. I don't think it's. I've been there, bro. You know it's a 2. In
mano.
they seem like an 8 in real life. They do be seeming like they 8s or 10 out of 10s. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? They got good jobs. They got nice booty. They pay you attention. They give you whenever you call them and say you need some, they giving it to you. You understand what I'm saying? So they seem like a 10 out of 10, but you know they not there yet because they don't have the experience with you to be an 8 out of 10. It just
I hear
seems
that.
that way.
Let me play devil's advocate to that real
Okay.
quick before we go. Um, so
We got one more
okay,
thing.
bet. In order
Unless you
for
just want to end it at we can end it and just do the next one next week. But go ahead.
yeah, let's save them. I like having this amount of discussion.
Okay.
It's perfect amount of content, I think, me personally. But
Okay.
in order for your queen, in the analogy that you're using, like your twos can't be your ace because they ain't got that time put in. Like, nigga, I guess your eight was a two before she had that time put in as
Come
well.
on, man. Okay.
So, like, how does anything change in that situation? Like I said, I'm not for divorces in the least bit. I'm just saying, in that analogy, like, if I need to sacrifice something, like, shit, that's for the betterment of the king, and that's how the game is played. And in this
Well,
scenario,
let's just talk about life.
eight
Let's
out of
take the chess out of it.
yeah. What life with the 8 out of 10, uh, as my man was talking about from the video. Shit, like I said, putting the shit together. If that shit works and makes sense, and everybody can be copacetic and live a happy life, then cool, do that shit. That can work. That can make everybody happy, and then you'll be a nice functioning whatever the fuck you want to call yourselves, and that's cool. If y'all don't want to do that, that's cool too. Like understanding each other, and like I said, when you was asking me, it's not about dealing with or finding those missing numbers that you don't
Hmm.
have with your spouse. Is trying to um, add that value to them, so it's not that big of a difference that you're missing. So if I'm a 7, I'm gonna figure out what that other 3 is and do any and everything within my God-given ability to make myself as close to a 10 as possible. Ain't nobody a 10, should nobody be a fucking 10. So it's just some things that you just can't do because that's just how the fuck it's supposed to be. And then, like, if those things are just too heavy for you, then it's really not a 10, or like an 8 anyway. It's probably like a fucking 4. You just really comfortable, and that probably added value and shit. But people confuse what they really want with fear of not wanting to put in the work to achieve what they put in the work to get to where they want to be. And that's one thing that I've come to realize as an older person, and dealing with a variety of people and hearing their stories and shit. So
I think I think that really hit it for me. What you just stated, um, that hit it for me in real life.
mhm,
I understood that a I wasn't my 8 could have not been an 8 because of things that I wasn't necessarily given the 8,
mhm,
right? Because uh the 8 probably in my mind was a 2, right? And I had 5 more tools to
mhm,
equal up to a 10.
mhm,
And so the attention I was not giving the 8 uh put them made that sacrificial, right?
Mhm.
Uh, and so I got to a point in my life where I had to decide how was I going to love on this person. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
am I going to try to split up my time and my effort, or am I just going to solely focus in on this eight so that I can be what I need to be as a man, but also she can be the woman that she needs to be. I
Mhm.
think in order to really do that, you have to be uh focused in. It's hard to do it when you're not focused in. It's hard to do it when you got two separate things going on or three separate things going on. To me, in order to really love on that person, you have to be focused in on that person. And it's hard either way. It's hard naturally. The raw of it is n- that is hard because it's frustrating watching a person that you around every day not want you, but you get around this too, and she all over you. She can't wait to see you again, right? And um,
And see, hold on.
yeah.
I'll interrupt you real quick. Just that little tidbit. Now, this is another thing. A lot of people have a misconception of it, and you will think that you're not being wanted, or you're not getting, some of the things that you were getting
Hmm.
before. And it's not necessarily that. It's just your expectation, and what it is that you are hoping to receive. You
Yep.
may not be receiving it in the manner in which you want it to be, but that doesn't mean that shit isn't there or it isn't the same way it used to be. Now stuff can change, which usually the first thing to change is a person's expectation, because once you get complacent and used to a certain situation, you do yearn have a desire for something different. One of my favorite phrases is variety is the spice of life. So once you get into a certain rhythm and stuff, like either it's you're gonna be like a gym junkie and get into that routine and love it, and that's just how you pound it out. Straight dedication, no deviating from the plan, none of that shit, and which is how real strong relationships usually work, because they know you got certain efforts that need to be put in certain areas, which is going to help strengthen the relationship like it's supposed to be done. And then on other cases, you don't have people that put in a type of dedication, and all of that shit winds up to be faulty. And you don't see what it is that you have, and well, you see what you have, but not for what it is, and
Hmm.
that be one of the biggest issues. And once people realize that it's not the mirage of what you thought you wanted, because you just don't know, because you try something different, then it's like, yeah, that didn't work. I probably should have stuck to what I had.
Yep. So that's uh, that's my point, right? We to be disciplined and dedicated, um, like you said, I tell people all the time, loving someone is like a workout. You can't build love or build the type of love that you have to have in a marriage if you're not working out on it.
Hmm.
If you're
Consistent.
you have to be consistent and you have to be disciplined in order to really dig down deep in love with this person. And you can't you can't gain muscle without lifting weights or having some type of restraint, putting in the discipline, going to the gym, running, working out. Like you have to do that in
Hmm.
order to build muscle. It's the same thing with love. You have to work actively at it and be disciplined in that to really learn how to love a person. It's
Hmm.
not easy. This is not a natural thing for us as humans to love on someone the way that Christ expects us to love on them. I'm just being straight up.
Hmm.
Now, if we have our own expectations, like you said, our own expectations of love and what we think the criteria should be, That's where we get lost to me, because I might feel like loving someone is just providing for them because my father did not provide for my family. And that was the biggest thing to me, is to make sure that I'm a provider.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so I'm out providing and working, and then I'm not spending intimate time with my spouse and intimate time with my kids because I'm working and I'm grinding.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not love, right? That's just providing. That's what that is, right? And so, because that's our own expectation. That's why it's important to me to have the real, the truth to live on, so that we can get the proper standards of what unconditional love truly is. That's how I feel, dog. It just and you have to work at it. It's not easy, bro. It's not easy to be patient when a
Mm-hmm.
person is attacking you. It's not easy to be kind when a person is attacking you. It's not easy to be envious that they get to say whatever and do whatever, but you have to be humble in your situation and just pray for them.
Mm-hmm.
But that is love. You love that person so much that you won't let them get you to a point of anger, and to the point to where you're starting to condemn them, right? But you just love on that person. That love is, you cannot find that out here in this world. That's the whole point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gabrielle Union, the divorce rate, my man saying 8 out of 10, 2 out of 10. This whole show was about the expectations of people and how crazy their expectations is. Our expectations as human beings naturally is to receive something from something we're giving out.
Mm-hmm.
Output, input, right? Naturally, that's what we're looking for.
Quick
But
Whoa.
yes, but true love, unconditional love, the word unconditional means there's no condition. You're loving this output, output, output,
Mm-hmm.
output. You get what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
the whole point
yeah.
of unconditional, is there's no input. You don't care what comes in because you love them unconditionally. There is nothing that you can do to take away the way I'm loving you. That's what that means.
Mm-hmm.
So there's only one way to get that. Expectation is a strong word. Yes. But this is true. This is, expectations is what we expect. Like, come on, dog. When I used to clean the whole house and take out the trash, nigga, I wanted some I wanted some booty. You get what I'm saying? I'm taking out, you know what I'm saying? I'm clearing out all the stuff you usually do when you get home, because I want you to focus in on this D tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? That's a real life expectation, dog. You get what I'm saying?
No, I'm with you.
And when that person doesn't give it to you, you get upset, and that's when you might call the two, because the two always ready. But true love doesn't have those expectations. I do that out of love without expecting something in return. If that person doesn't return it, I still love on that person. And we went over that scripture before, but loving someone, there's no return that needs to get back. That's not what true love is. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
forget the fairy tale love. Like, the true love is you're not when you go carry your groceries, carry your mom's groceries in and go buy her groceries because she need food, and carry them in, and you put them in the refrigerator and you cook her something to eat. You don't expect anything from her.
Nah, I'd be hoping for a sandwich though. I ain't gonna hold you up.
But you don't expect anything from her. So you love her just to love her. What you think you supposed to do to your spouse?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it just to do it, but I'm still hope for a sandwich, man.
You can
Yeah,
hope for a
chicken.
sandwich, but if it doesn't
My
come, then you not upset. If it doesn't come, you cool, because
Yeah,
you
I just
still
have to
gonna
make my
love
own
them. Because
sandwich.
if it's your mother, yeah, you just gonna make your own sandwich. Come on, dog. If we thought about love in that way, bro, if we loved our spouse in that way, it would kill a lot of frustration. A lot of things we get upset about, if we love them like we would love other people that doesn't have this intimate relationship with us, then we wouldn't be frustrated. You get what I'm saying?
Nah, I
Because
110% agree.
yeah, come on, man. Because we do it for our friends, we do it for our brothers, everything, all the time. Dog, I've been doing this for you for all my life, but you never stop loving on them. You know what I'm saying? But your spouse got one or two things, and she just now you just like, nigga, like, man, you ain't. I'm about to go get another brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm about but really you about to go get. Come on, man. That's crazy. That's not love. And so
That's a good point, man.
I, I,
That's a good point.
yeah, I'm just saying, dog, love it has definition. Um, and we just need to live by it, dog. That's just it. And we need to stop playing like like there's other ways out here because it's really not. This if we go if trust me because we're watching Gabrielle Union, we watching Love and Hip Hop. Come on, man. We're watching social media. This is the things that we're looking at to determine what love is, and come on, man. That stuff be having you messed up, bro. You see the social media posts that we get. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
It's
Yeah,
all
man.
types of stuff out here.
That's why we're
Telling you
trying to
this,
heal these people one podcast at a time.
we trying to heal ourselves too. You know what I'm saying? Because we be
Yeah,
tripping sometimes. But it's just our space to talk. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
just our space to talk, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I thought it was a good show, though. I thought we covered.
Thought it was a great show.
Oh man, yeah, that was crazy. I think a lot of the posts was just crazy, man. I hope y'all go back and look at them. It was nuts, but yeah, man. You got any closing remarks? Anything?
Um, nah, nothing too heavy. I always want to talk and say something. I just want to say I want to thank everybody for tuning in, like always. We love the support. It's a new year. Be a new you. Do better things than you did yesterday, and do even better things tomorrow.
Dog, I do want to say something. And talk about New Year before we close.
Yes.
So last year, uh, my thing was last year was God's plan 2022. So in my mind, I knew that I had to work God's plan, not my plan, because I had a whole bunch of plans. And Corin knows, and most people know, I hustled and I worked a
Hmm.
lot. And I just decided last year that I wasn't gonna work my plan anymore. I
Hmm.
was gonna let God lead it, and I was gonna work His plan, which I did. And then this year is Divine Order 2023, meaning that He's going to move us to our rightful place where we're supposed to be. Um, and we need to prepare ourselves for that divine order. So we have to stay focused and stay disciplined because our divine order is coming, right?
Hmm.
And where we're truly supposed to be at in this moment, um, we got to get there. We got to get prepared for that. And so that's why this year, like I've been on. I kicked off the year with this 31 days of discipline, um, and it's just important because we got to start being disciplined in the things
Hmm.
that we're taking in and taking out so that we're producing something positive. And so um if you like to join that group, just DM me uh or put it in the comments, whatever. I'll put you in the group. But hey, man, it's all just about being positive. So that's where I'm at, man. I'm gonna stay disciplined this whole year. Really, I put 31 days of discipline, but it's 365 days. I'm just scaring everybody else. I'm just making sure I stay on the list so I won't scare everybody else. But it's 365 days for me. That's the way I'm gonna rock this year.
I,
Um,
More
Be
power to you, my G.
yeah. It's all good. But thank you guys for joining, man. Uh it's your boy Danny P and Corn. This is They Wild and Wednesdays where we gonna always
Thanks.
give you the give you the funky and give you the real. And we're gonna always look at the social media posts. So send us posts too that you want us to cover that you see. Um, but it's all good, man. Thank you guys for joining us. See you next time. I got a show on Friday, but next Wednesday we on think what 9-10 o'clock, somewhere around there. You see it on the
Yeah.
social media sometime. We share it, but
Depends on my
appreciate
babies.
yeah appreciate you guys, man. Make sure you share, like the stream, share, and subscribe to our YouTube, man. The Raw and the Real. Peace.